Let's bring in my panel. Rachel Tripp is a Republican strategist. She's joining us from Washington tonight. And here in studio with me is Rick Ungar, host of the Pod Complex and editor-in-chief of thedailycentrist.com. Thank you both for being with us. Rachel, let's start with you. Should President Trump shut down the southern border if Democrats refuse to fund the wall?
Thank you for having me. I think that the idea of shutting down the southern border is one that will be very dangerous for the United States economy and one that will have very serious implications over time. But this is a serious issue. I think that the president has been very forward in his goals that he will not make any other considerations until we have a wall or have, some sort of negotiation to create a more secure border. And so I think that this desire to shut the border is one that is very much in line with what he said that he would do and a good idea for the time being.
Rick, how do you think this will impact the president if he does hold fast and go on and shut the southern border?
Well, I don't think it'll happen ever. So it's a pretty idle threat. The cost to the economy, the damage it would do to business people in various parts of the country is certainly not in line with the way I think this president thinks. So I think it's one of those threats that won't happen. If it did happen, you talk about political suicide. I'm not sure I will have ever seen anything quite like that. This president's not stupid. I may not agree with him all the time, but he's not stupid, and he knows a bad political idea.
That's more gracious than most Democrats would be, saying that the president isn't stupid.
He's not.
Rachel, what hurts the president more here? If he backs down on this border funding, if when Congress returns he capitulates, or if he stays fast, stays the course, shuts down the border if need be, and continues with this government shutdown? I mean, is he banking that his base would rather he pull out all the stops to make sure that there's this border wall?
I do believe that President Trump is making that bet, and I think that it's probably an accurate one. When we think about Trump's America, the people who are so in favor of a secure border and so in favor of building the wall, we've even seen, as some of you may have seen, a crowd-funded effort to fund the wall via citizen donation. I think that he knows that his base may not forgive him if he makes a move so contrary to his campaign promises and so contrary to really the foundation that he has laid his presidency on, which is one of taking tough stances and closing and securing the border.
Rick,